Fox tonight, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says she will quadruple the number of federally deployed troops to Portland if the city does not do more to protect the federal agents at the ICE facility.
Her comments came after a meeting with Portland Mayor Keith Wilson as part of an official visit to the city. Secretary Noem arrived in the city this morning and spoke with Oregon Governor Tina Kotek at PDX. Kotek said in a statement that she urged the secretary to reconsider the administration's effort to deploy the National Guard to Portland. After the meeting, Secretary Noem arrived at the ICE facility on the south waterfront, where we saw her surveying the area from the building's rooftop. While at the facility, Noem spoke with local law enforcement leaders, including Portland Police Chief Bob Day. This afternoon, Day shared his thoughts on that meeting, calling on local agencies to work together to, quote, create a different narrative about what's going on in Portland.
This really needs to be a holistic approach, from the governor to the mayor to the county to the council to our community to the police bureau to regional partners. This really is our time to stand together, and to do that, we're going to have to give a little bit. We're going to have to give a little bit. With this attitude of certainty that is binary conversation will not move us forward. The only way that's going to happen is when each of us focus on that shared value of safety.
Secretary Noem also met with Portland Mayor Keith Wilson, who said in a statement, quote, "What Secretary Noem saw today in Portland matches our reports. Portland continues to manage public safety professionally and responsibly, irrespective of the claims of out-of-state social media influencers." Secretary Noem later made an appearance on Fox News Channel where she described some contentious moments, calling on Chief Day to boost security at the ICE facility, even threatening to increase the federal response if if that does not happen.
And she says that she told Mayor Wilson that the department, her agents, would send 4 times the number of officers to Portland if local leaders can't keep the city and federal agents safe.
I asked the mayor, I said, do you get to go home at night and walk from your car into your building and do so safely? Do you get to drive to work and be safe while you do that? I said, those people don't get the opportunity to do that. My federal law enforcement officers don't get to do that. They get threats and doxxed, and their families get threatened every day. Why don't they deserve what you get?
Our crew at PDX saw Secretary Noem's plane leaving the city at about 8 p.m. We can't confirm if she was on board, but we do know that some of the security measures taken for her arrival, the measures, are still in place at the ICE facility.
And we've been keeping a close eye on things in South Portland. Fox 12's Michaela Armstrong is live in front of the building where the streets are blocked off tonight.
Yeah, things have certainly changed here near the ICE facility. The roads have been blocked for hours, and I just want to step to the side. As you can see, protesters are confined to this area right behind me. Secretary Noem's visit played a part in these changes, and some people have some mixed feelings about the visit. Protesters were not rattled by the changes made to accommodate DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's visit to the ICE facility on Tuesday, but some said they weren't enthused.
They had already classified Portland as a war zone prior to any of the administration even being here. So I think it's interesting for her to come here and take a look.
With President Trump calling Portland a war zone and hell, one protester says she hopes Noem tells him what she really saw on her visit.
I hope that she reports what she actually sees, because it's very peaceful down here. There's nothing really going on, especially while she's here.
Counter-protesters were there as well, and one says he was happy to know Noem showed up.
We're a very small minority that definitely are overshadowed by a lot of loud voices. So by having someone that's so high up in the echelon to actually come down here and see us actually speaks volumes. It means a lot to me, because I'm definitely feel forgotten being here in Portland as a white male. And I definitely see the city slowly deteriorating and all of the people turning a blind eye to it.
According to her comments, Tuesday night on Fox News Channel, Secretary Noem told PPB Chief Bob Day to add more security to protect the ICE facility, add a large buffer zone to protect officers, and keep the streets open. And she told Portland Mayor Keith Wilson if it doesn't happen, she would deploy 4 times the number of federal officers. But some say what PPB is doing is working already.
The Portland police, to my observation, are very de-escalating and they have a job to do, and that's what they're doing.
Others say it is not enough, and federal troops are the answer.
Federal troops show up, that they'll just keep the ICE facilities safe and that they'll keep areas that are not safe, safe.
We know Secretary Noem's plane has left the city, but it is not clear if she remained behind. The roads are still blocked off here, and PPB says the roads could potentially be blocked overnight. In South Portland, Michaela Armstrong, Fox 12 Oregon.
Thank you, Michaela. Today, Governor Kotek directed the United States Northern Command to immediately demobilize 200 Oregon National Guard citizen soldiers. Also, the governor directed the 200 California National Guard members to go back to their home state. Oregon National Guardsmen have been training at Camp Rylea in Warrenton on the northern Oregon coast. This comes after a U.S. judge ruled that the president lacks the authority to federalize the Oregon National Guard or any National Guard from any state.
Well, despite this latest order from the governor, a National Guard troop deployment in Portland could ultimately be decided Thursday in a federal appellate court. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals will hear oral arguments. That's because the Trump administration appealed a temporary restraining order issued this past weekend by a federal judge in Oregon. That TRO has blocked National Guard troop deployment in Oregon for now. The Trump administration filed the appeal, citing ongoing protests at the ICE facility at the South Waterfront there. In court proceedings, the state of Oregon and the city of Portland have argued that local law enforcement and federal agents already present at the facility have the situation under control. The panel hearing arguments over the appeal is made up of 2 judges appointed by President Trump and 1 judge appointed by former President Clinton. The hearing is set to begin at 9 o'clock Thursday morning at the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco.